So I love a dollar store. I love cute things. I love vintage things. I love collecting things. I love a bargain. And this is kind of fun. These are playing cards that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I mean, it's like I can't have every toy and I can't buy every cute thing I want, but there are brands that I'm drawn to, and things that I'm drawn to, and I couldn't stop myself from buying these. And I'm going to show you what I do with these. I don't play any games, which I think this is probably what they're good for. That's what cards are used for. I don't have time even to play solitaire. There's so many other things that I want to do. I mean, I remember playing solitaire as a kid and loving it, and playing poker with my friends and stuff like that. And I do enjoy playing card games, but I mean, it's more about what's on these cards, and I couldn't stop myself. So I found these 5 sets. There actually were 7, which seems like a weird number for the collection to be in. There was also Jurassic World and Superman ones. The Superman ones were too modern of a Superman for me. I'm trying to be good and not buy everything, even though they are from the dollar store, but still $1.75 in Canada from the Dollar Tree. And then there was also a Jurassic World, but it was too realistic and too modern, so I just chose cuteness and retro at its finest. I guess Spongebob is the only one who's not super retro here. Everything else is really retro, but Spongebob, even though didn't really watch the cartoon very much, I'm not a big cartoon watcher either, but what I have watched of SpongeBob and the design of the cartoon and everything, and he's funny, I like it. So what I do with they're not collector cards, but I use them as collector cards. It's like you're getting a full collection of collector cards. And the whole point of this video is that these are perfect stocking stuffers. So I love that you have these things, and I love stockings. I think stockings are so fun. On my vlog channel this year, or in last year and the year before that, I have made stockings, advent calendar stocking countdown, and I have bags for every single day of the countdown of little things that I love and appreciate. That's why I think stockings are so awesome. They're usually, I don't know what normal people do or how people put their stockings, but I love you get socks and underwear, a deck of cards, maybe a box of chocolates, a little electronic, like headphones or just small things. I mean, stockings are so cool, just necessities that you definitely are going to use. So from another dollar store, you can get these things anywhere though. So I have got my card. So Dollarama in Canada is where I like to get my binders, because they're actually quite good quality binders. And then I get my collector card sleeves. And here are some other card collections that I've done throughout the years. It's just so you can this is why I do it, so I can appreciate the whole brand and see the different characters. And a good collector card is going to have lots of characters on it. I try to do this with Uno. From Mattel, and Mattel has been doing this recently too, giving a lot of brands with their cards. But I am kind of unsatisfied. They use so much space for their Uno design, and I kind of just want them to be collector cards. Now I do also collect collector cards when I can, and this, I've divided up my binders so that this is just playing cards. I might have to divide it up further so I have adult playing cards and playing cards from the other parts of the world, but right now I have it mixed in some vintage mini playing cards that I stuck in here too. But this is what I did, and I have high expectations of what the designs on these cards are going to be. So let's take a look and see what they are. Maybe I can do them alphabetically. B, SpongeBob, A, B, C, P, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. There, that's how I'll do it. I did them. So we're going to do Batman first. And here, let me decide. So that actually depends on the playing cards, how they like you want. It's really great when a playing card doesn't make the same picture for every suit. So we, like for example, and I use the hearts as the main card because it's cute, I guess, and a heart, even though I think a spade is the normal one. This is like, these cards are all from the Dollarama in Canada. This was like an in-house zombie collection. I guess I used the spade because it's more dark, but you'd have the same card. So what I try to do is get them out of 2 sheets, but then there are cards like this, which everyone is different, and I kind of wanted to see everything, so I filled every sheet with this. And I also like to put them in here so that they're facing. So we've got some extra ones there. So a deck of playing card usually comes out with 2 jokers, so then you've got this extra row of 3, but everything you have is going to face itself, so you can see every single design of every single card, yet the suit will change. So you can do it in 2. So I just tuck all of the suits together. I'll show you that. So let's see what's happening. But we might be really lucky with these cards, and we might be surprised. And it's going to take longer. And I put my tool aside here. Oh yeah, I don't want to wreck these boxes either. Even though maybe that's that whole other thing. I never know what to do with the boxes. Sometimes I tuck them into these pockets here to save them. I don't know, in case I want to take these cards out one day and use them as real cards. Open it, and we're going to see. Yes, sometimes a playing card, every single picture will be different. And this is like, this also scratches the itch of having collecting cards, collecting something, and it's like, you know, there's nothing more fun. It's like one of the first toys to collect were cards. So you can unwrap those bubble gum cards, like baseball cards, and you open them up and there's a piece of gum inside, and then you sort and you have to keep buying more and more. But this is a full collection. This is why it's more fun for me. It's a built-in full collection. So first of all, I love the simple design of the back of this Batman card, and then I love the Joker, how perfect that there's actually a Joker in there. And let's see, did that one fall off the back? Okay, I don't know if they had that one on the back when I pulled it out, but we have 2 Jokers, and guess what? It's 2 different pictures, which isn't uncommon for the Joker. Even the Jokers are special. They usually do like to switch them up, but this is a good sign. Maybe every single card will have a different picture. So we'll find it off. Yes, okay. So Ace of Clubs on top. That's really strange. It's usually Ace of Spades is your first suit. Now it looks like they're focusing on vintage comic book feels. Look at this, playing cards with him playing a playing card. That's like meta. We've got this whole thing going on. So there we go. And do I have to flip through and show you? Oh, I like the order that they've done. Comic book. Oh no, it's random. Comic book. Comic book. Is that the first comic book and the second comic book? Are they numbered? I don't know if they. I can't see the numbers on them, which is weird. Maybe it's just like art. It's not a real comic book. Let me know if you're a Batman collector and these are the real first Batman comic books. It says 20 cents. Maybe it says and I just can't see it because I'm blind. It's blurry. I don't have high resolution. I don't make high resolution videos. Love this picture. Love this vintage. Another comic book for, and then we've got Batman again for 5, and then we've got another comic book with the penguin on it. Another Batman in another pose. Another comic book. Another Batman. Another comic book. It's cool. I like that. Like a close-up comic book. You can see all of the villains in that comic book. Another comic book. Another comic book. So these are comic book based. Oh, check this out. Every card is different. This is insane. Oh no, this really changes things up. That's really cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, this is incredible. I wonder if all of the other ones are gonna be like that. If every Peanuts card is different. I mean, you can see with Peanuts that they have just regular cards. But here they made an effort to put a special picture on every single card. That is so sweet. Let's start getting in here. So I want them to be facing. So I'm going to do it like this. And when I make the cards facing, it's kind of cool because you'll have the back where it introduces what's on the back, but when you open it, you can see the full collection. Now what I'm going to do differently here in this case is that I think, let's look at these Paw Patrol ones. So don't pay attention to this. This is just a bonus. It should probably be all that. Maybe I have to save these for the last part. Okay, I didn't do that one right either. Let's see here. Okay, here's an example of what we're going to do. So the first page of the Batman's going to be like this, and then I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to see everything. However, we're going to continue on because every card, I think, is different. And then, so you're going to have the title page on this side, and then you're going to open up and you're going to see the full collection. However, it's going to span, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to show you all these cards. I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe I'll have to start pausing this video in between for some of the other ones. Maybe the black cards will all have the same comic book, and the red cards will all have the same comic book, and that not every card will be different. I don't know. So I'm just putting it in like this. You're going to be able to see the designs of the cards so much easier. Like so. Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. I'm already doing it wrong because it's the first page that I want to open on the outside. And look at the collection. Sometimes it's hard to do it because you have to tuck the cards in backwards. So it's like this is the front, which is going to show all of this, which is going to identify what's inside. But it's just so much more fun. The reason I do this is because it's the whole spread that you get to see when you open up the page and more of the pictures are facing, opposed to having one blank sheet next to and then it's kind of cool that you have the identifying cover, if you're understanding why I do it this way. I'm going to have to reorder some of those, though. I don't like how I have those three. That's better to save to the end. So now that I've been doing this a while. And the funny part about this is that this is the weird part. You have to put this in the back to get them in. So I think I will pause and speed these up as I show you the different properties, and I will surprise you with what it looks like. But I'll just put in one sheet. See, it's kind of awkward because you have to do it backwards. You have to put it on the back because I am going to use both sides. I mean, this isn't that spectacular. I mean, it is, but we don't need to put one card in each sleeve is what's going on, just in the first set. And then if every picture was exactly the same for every suit, we would just double these up. What did I just do? Oh my goodness. I did it wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's save time. Alright, check this out. This was so satisfying. Maybe it would have been fun for you to watch me put in every single card into the slot. I don't know, because 54 cards in the deck, 52 cards, and then 2 jokers is divisible by 9 6 times. So that's the most wonderful part of using the whole deck. Now, something I considered doing, I mean, that being said, I get to put every card, but I considered like starting over here. So I was where you open it up and you see each suit separately, but I figured why the suits don't really have that much meaning. Something that I did notice is what they did here is that every Queen card is a comic book about Catwoman. So that was smart of them. I don't think the Joker has any theme, or a Jack. They should have made Jack every time Jack came up. They should have made that maybe a comic book about Robin, but maybe there are no comic books about Robin. The funny thing about this collection is that how many poses can Batman be in? Like, the comics are nice. Now, in a perfect world, they do this quite often with collector cards where they have their information, but if they made the full card a comic book, that would have made me so much happier. Like, I don't know if the dimensions of the comic book would have fit perfectly into the card instead of putting on a slant, but that's a very common card thing to do, and also, you know, they would have to cover up the comic book. You have to make a card easy to read for when people actually use them for playing cards. But I think that they should make more playing cards as collector cards. So you can see as I flip through, we've got cool comics. We've got Batman in all of those poses sporadically. And then we have the suits go on. And I can't believe how many pictures of this Batman. And yeah, it's funny how there's no real order to how they do this. The only one that I did pick up on is that there is a Batgirl for every, Catwoman for every Queen card, which was really smart of them to do. Also, I probably would want the comic books to be in order. Like, 7 should be number 7 and stuff like that, but I guess they just did them randomly. Like, is that the first? I don't know if I see the first Batman comic in here or not. And then look, it's like 6 sheets of awesome collector card. This is my favorite because he's unmasked. Really cool. It looks really retro, vintage coolness. And then the 2 Jokers at the end, which you've got this perfect display of cards. I wonder if it's going to turn out this way for the next ones. So let's pop in and see here. Batman, ABC, Give G, H-I-J. Oh, we're doing Jaws. The Peanuts ones were the ones that mean the most to me. I mean, it's also a very Christmas time. So let's see how that works out. I love the artwork on these. So, Jaws. This is going to be very, very interesting. I should have timestamps. Maybe YouTube will do that for me, where we'll put whatever faction is your favorite. We will go through these quickly. I'm assuming most people won't want to see the Jaws ones the most. I also am curious at what order they put these in. So we're going to make sure that I don't leave anything in the box. Okay, here we go. So it looks like they put the Joker on top. Oh, they put a Joker on top and they put a Joker at the bottom. And it appears here that they used the same scene, which is also the scene from the thing, but the Joker, you never can be sure, because sometimes they make them the same, sometimes they make them different. And then this is what's going on with the Jaws cards. So we have the Ace, and maybe I should put them in as we do this for the first set, and then we'll know where to go. So I have to remember to put this in backwards. So we have my cover sheet. So I'm going to do the Ace, and the 2, and the 3. Oh, these are probably nicer than I thought. They did a good job with the fading around the edges, yet we're getting to see a good scene from the movie. I haven't seen Jaws in, probably not since the 70s. So I need to definitely watch it again. I'm gonna give you a good look at it once we get the 9. The first 9 in here. 7. It's so hard to do the backwards ones. 8 and 9. And then I'm so curious, what if this is like the best collector card series and every picture is different for every single one of these? there can't be possibly that many Peanuts pictures. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No swimming hazards. Hazardous area. Beach closed. That's really cool. And then just Jaws doing bad things. A diver. That's a great picture. 9. And once we start a new sheet here. 10. So I don't know. I didn't count how many sheets I actually use. Oops. I ended up putting that one upside down. Did I make any mistakes? And that looks so good too. I love that. It's like pop art in its own right. It's the Jaws poster, and it's the cover. And then there we go. Oh, you're gonna love this one, Queen. Now this is where we find out. We find out soon if this is a repeat, and that we see. It's really strange about which suits that they use first. Is there rhyme or reason to this? And look what they've done here. Because usually you put a spade on top first, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it in the order that they did it. But check this out. Look what's about to happen. So I guess we'll keep the diamond. Diamond's pretty cool, even though I kind of want to use a spade. A spade looks more like a shark. So this is the 10, Jack, and King. But in this instance, instead of wasting the sheets, we're not going to do it, because check it out. The ace and the 2, they start repeating the pictures. So I don't know where and why or how they decide whether to do a picture for every different card, or they decide to, I don't know why they do that, but I'm just going to put these all into the backs. I'm going to double these up, and I'll show you the perfect conclusion. So what I do is I just put the 2s under the 2, so I've got a full, all of the aces and all the 2s, so I'm just like matching up the pictures of the different ones. I guess the red is pretty cool because it's like blood, but I guess I'll go by the rule, whatever suit they have first in the deck, that is the one that gets the highlighted. I can always change it later if I decide that I want a heart for blood in there, but kind of sad, but also kind of exciting because it doesn't take up that many spots in my binder. And like, how many pictures of Jaws can you have? So it's good. So here, let me finish up this and I'll show you it with the jokers at the end. I was taking them from the top and the bottom of the deck though, so I still don't know what order it was in. This one, it was clubs. So this would probably be considered the top part. No, but king's on top. So yeah, I don't understand what order they put them in. It was both red suits on top and then both black suits. So whatever reason that is. Now when we get to this point, I think this is like, you've seen that I've experimented with different ways to display. But now that I'm doing this again, I think the best way to display these is to put your full suit in there, and then, you know, all of the cards underneath are different. But then we have this last suit, and I am going to put the first 9 in the back behind these ones. So these are 4 cards deep, which hopefully have good quality sleeves. I don't know if that's good practice for collector cards. Probably not. It's probably dangerous to do it. But I will put the first 9 in here. The irony of this is that it's so hard to do the main first sheet because you're doing it backwards. But this is the way that I like to do it. And maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you want to put one row of cards facing one of these, and you want to spread them out more than I do in your collection. But for me, this is what I do, because I just want to see the picture. And sure, it would have been great if we would have gotten 52 different pictures, like with the Batman cards. But how many how many poses of Jaws. And what's funny about when I'm looking at these pictures, it's like Jaws is posing for the camera. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 7, 8. I'm showing you the last suit because how I like to make things all clean and perfect. And also, okay. So there we go. So we got these, all these. I guess I showed you these, but it's like he's smiling for the camera. That's why it makes it so funny, and I think that is why the movie Jaws was so funny. And then for these last ones, I will put, oh yeah, this is where something goes wrong. I'll just put the regular Jack, Queen, King. I guess those are the best ones to put back here. I gotta think about this a little bit, but here, okay, I mean, they are the best ones to showcase. Jack, Queen. Am I doing them in order? I don't know. How do I want them to show on this side? I want Jack to go here. Jack, Queen, King. So you're just finishing off the collection by ending it with the showing you that it's the end. Like you saw that I put them at the beginning first, but I think that this is the best option. But when you're flipping through, I don't know, should I care that much that these ones, I might take some of the other ones and fill in this blank so that we have a closing back page more like this. But this is just me being crazy. I'm going to stick this one under the 10 for now. And then I'll decide later, maybe by the end of this video, if I want to have the cover. So let's see what it looks like when we put it in the binder together. And I do like being able to see everything at once. This is reminding me a lot of my collections that I have of toys, and I do a similar thing where I have bins of toys where I keep in buckets like this. Don't ask, this is a bunch of doll heads, but you can't see what you have. So I love having these collector cases, which is exactly the same, where you don't have to flip through the cards, you can flip through the pages, and you can see more of your collection so much easier. This is what's going on here. This is art appreciation is what this is, and it's like sparking joy with properties that spark the joy at a glance and just flipping through. We all love flipping through books. We all love collecting things. We all love collecting cards. Do we all love collecting cards? No, but cards are like the definitive thing to collect, and then that's really cool. So when you're flipping through the book, you've got this full series. You might want to show the whole suits. It might be fun to see the different colors change on the same suits, but why waste the pages when you know that you're seeing all of the pictures? And then close out there, and then maybe I can take some of the doubles and fill this in, but it doesn't hurt to have this bonus royal suit at the end of the display. So here's the one that's the most Christmassy and the one that I'm most excited about. And oh man, if they have character cards, oh, and that's the other thing too. They don't always do this, but when they do a character card, when they go to the trouble to like design the cards around a character, that is so cool. Now we can see that there's going to be just generic cards in here, but I guess the king will always be. Linus is going to be Jack, I'm assuming, and Lucy will be Queen. We will see. Who will be Joker? Pigpen? Schroeder? Like if they did when they do these as character cards, like they kind of did with this Peppa Pig set, that's the ultimate. And I do have a Star Wars set that I bought from Amazon. It was like, instead of having all of the vintage Star Wars figures, I can just have a binder of the pictures of the vintage Star Wars figures. I've never opened the pack, so I don't know how they actually did that one. Let's see how these are distributed. Joker is Snoopy. Okay, that makes so much sense. That, and yeah, they like to book the ends with the two Jokers. Red one on top, black one on the bottom. Seems we have the Ace of Clubs on the bottom here. Snoopy's my least favorite Peanuts character, by the way, and King. And I guess we do want to take it from the top, so that's what we're going to do. And they started with the clubs, so let's look at what they got going on here. Grab some of these, because I'll just need one. Remember to do it backwards. Put the Joker aside. Snoopy, Ace. Oh, there's going to be a lot of Snoopies. Oh wait, this is not what they showed on the back of the thing, though. We've got different pictures already happening. Oh no, we don't. There is a faint Snoopy. Did they show that? And I just couldn't see. Oh yeah, you can see that there's a faint Snoopy. Alright, I mean, it makes it cute, at least. 1, 2. I probably would prefer one of the red cards. Maybe I'll switch this up. No, the black drawings. The black is a good choice because Peanuts is so based on black drawings. So the first sheet is going to be kind of boring. That is kind of cool. They made it the Ace, like he's an ace pilot, and they made it the Ace. But these are kind of boring. These are a nice large print card. I'll give them that. But I'm still going to show the whole suit. This is a dud. Is this a dud set? Like, it could have been all the different Peanuts characters. That's kind of sad. Like, why do I want a page of just generic cards? 9. Yeah, this is the worst one yet. How disappointing. And it seems that I was right. We have Linus. And we have Lucy. Oh, this is so disappointing. And Charlie Brown. And then, so this is it's like a totally different piece of art. So that kind of switches things up a little bit. This might be, I might want to just show the royal cards in this collection. I don't know. I don't know how to decide what I'm going to do here, because the number cards are very underwhelming. Here, let me hold this up for you here. What do I do here? Oh, let's put the two Jokers in here. Joker and Joker. And then I'll put in, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. These guys are all the same. The designs are different, though. Or are they? Queen. Oh, they put some more red. And then, Yeah, I really don't know what to do in this case, but I was really hoping for character cards. Let's look at the front of the sheet, though. That's enjoyable. That's pleasureful. This is the worst one. I don't think that there's like, this is like, we've got 3 characters. So, I mean, they're cute and everything. But how I'm going to display this, I am going to, because we're also seeing this picture, which is the picture underneath. So I'm going to do this in a different way. So you hold on. I'll show you what I do. Okay, here's what I did for this one. So I kind of like it. So we've got the Peanuts front page. Whoops. I got one upside down. That looks kind of funny. It looks kind of cute. 3. I put the regular cards behind the existing ones. I even them out. I'll show you that in a second. So we did this, and then on the ending page, instead of having a closing page, I just showed the suits. And what works out perfectly is we actually see every single suit here. So I doubled up the black ones on this page just to even them out and not to squeeze so many into some. And I put the red ones on the back of this page, but we really only need to see it once. So we see all of the different cards. Something that I noticed is that you can't even tell that these suits are different, except for the corners. But yeah, you get to see all of the different picture cards. So this was a disappointing set that we don't have. Yeah, but let's hope that none of the other ones are like that. What do we have here? Does it show? It does show that we've just got regular suits here. It seems like Spongebob is going to be kind of the same thing. What about Turtles? Oh, Turtles, we got individual characters. So, what's his name? Batman. He definitely won first prize in the collector card series. It is kind of really cool that so far we did 3 different styles. We got for some reason I put that in the middle of Peppa Pig. That wasn't very... We've got... Oh god, am I really going to go over this? I am going to go over this because I don't think it's going to... Well, no, it is going to happen. The turtle ones are going to be different from the SpongeBob ones. And what the picture cards look like. But the first style we have is every single card is different. That is our favorite. We love that. And then the Jaws one, where you have every suit is a different picture, which makes I'm happy with that. We get 18, well, 18 subtract 3, whatever that is, individual different cards, which is great. But then the Peanuts one, I mean, there's only 5 different cards, but still coolness. And then what's gonna happen with SpongeBob? Let's see. So SpongeBob, 3 different kinds of collector cards you can have. Still, it's fun to flip through my binder and see my stuff. I really don't understand the order that they put the suits in. This one's from the back. They do bookend with the Joker, and that was definitely a good Joker card for them to use. A black Joker and a red Joker, and SpongeBob looking silly, and there's SpongeBob. Oops, careful. SpongeBob and Patrick are on the cover of the card. I don't know, playing in the water, swirling around. Oh my goodness, SpongeBob. Is SpongeBob like the Pee Wee Herman of Y2K? Maybe. Oh no. So they did exactly the same as the Peanuts. But the good thing is, we already know what to do. Patrick is so funny. This is why I can't help myself. Oh, and look, the Joker. They did exactly the same thing here too, where the Joker is the card that is on the back of the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show the picture cards, and I'm going to save these for the back. I'll do 2, 3 to 10, and then I'll show you that Squidward should have been the Joker. He's the Jack. Maybe I'll do this one differently. I'll put them in order. Jack. Sandy. It's funny I know their names. Sandy is the Queen. And then SpongeBob is the King. Okay, this isn't consistent, so I don't know how I feel about this. But I am gonna do this sheet this way. Maybe I should have put the Joker at the very beginning if I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. Then I'm gonna take all of the suits separately, and this is one that I can show you. We can do this quickly, and I can show you what it all looks like. So we go Squidward. And then we have Sandy and Spongebob. And then Patrick again. And then take out all of the suit cards, put them in order they did. This is the same order as the last deck. Spades, diamonds, hearts. Clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. I don't know why they do it. But here we go. This is basically all of the picture cards. Kind of looks cute like this. More pop art with them staggered. So I like that look. Connect 3. Cool. They're in diagonal patterns because there's a pattern. This is why it's so fun for me. It's like organizing and sorting and coming up with the different combinations. It shouldn't be, but it is. See, I won't put it in the binder yet because I do have to put the suits behind there. So I'm just going to finish up these ones, and we will get on to our last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I don't have, there's no way that those are all individual different cards. My guess that it'll be more like Jaws. So we'll have another example of that kind of form for the Turtles. So I hope that you didn't come to watch to see what the Turtles deck was like, and then you had to wait until the very end. But that is just how the cookie crumbles. Does SpongeBob say anything like cookie crumble? Jack. I'm not even pausing this video to show you how it ends up. We're just putting it in. Alright, now I want to put the Joker, because I'm doing it this way. I want to put the one Joker at the front. I don't remember if the red Joker was at the front or the brown Joker. Anyway, that's silly, and that's a bit of like sorting OCD. I kind of really want to do it. I'll probably do it later today. I'm going to explain that in a second if you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm going to, oh yeah, we are going to pause this video though. I'm going to shift one of these Jokers to the beginning. I guess it was the red one that was on top. I don't know. Do I follow suit? It ends with blue and black. It starts with black. Anyway, I'm going to shift every card over and divide up the Jokers, I think, for this set. But that is another way to display it. So just the minimal picture cards in this deck. And I'm going to just stuff the rest of these behind there, and we'll have the showcase of what the actual cards look like on the back. Oh wow, this really was the way to go, because you split up two suits perfectly. If you put the Joker first, you have the spades and then the diamonds on one page, and you have the hearts, the clubs, what do I keep calling? Clubs and the diamonds on one page, and the hearts and the spades on another page, which is kind of cool. But again, that's not very many picture cards. And we end with the example of what the suits, just the number cards look like. This made me also think that when you don't have like a textured back, when there's an up and down, that's a very easy way to cheat, isn't it? You can, all of your cards can be in the same direction. You could flip one upside down so you know how to track your cards. I never thought about that before. I'm sure I have in the past, but it's cool. I love how I love organizing things, and when things fall into place. I think the reason everything falls into place and that I have the same number of cards underneath each sleeve is the fact that 54 is divided by 9 perfectly. So that's this is also making me very happy. Let's look at the last deck. Oh my goodness. 45 minutes, an hour of me doing this is ridiculous. I thought it was just going to be a quick thing. I hope that you got the point that these are awesome stocking stuffers. I didn't know that this was going to turn into some kind of on the spectrum organizing kind of scenario, but I am very curious to see. Hopefully YouTube does put in timestamps so people can see the kind of cards that they're interested in collecting. But let's see what's happening with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We start with the Joker, and it's the blue Joker on time. Okay, so this is the most fun so far in this collection, is that they changed the color of the, it's not black, it's blue. So I guess that does change. Oh my goodness. And we have character cards. There's no way that they're going to put a different character. So my hypothesis is that these suits are going to be all the same. Now, I might do, in this case, because they're blue, I might, oh, am I going to do it this way? No. No, I have to do 1 to 9 and put the Joker at the end in this instance. I never even thought of that before. 9, 10, I guess, and then you put the 10 over on the other page. I don't know. I don't know what we do here. All right, we'll see. I'll leave the Joker to the end. 1, 2. I guess I should show you as I go. I love the ace. It's so cool. Number 2, we have got two swords, katanas. And then we have Bebop Rocksteady. I don't know who's Bebop Rocksteady. I guess maybe he's Bebop. And then we have 4. Oh, each turtle. Whoa. There's 4 different turtles. There's, oh, and I'm putting these in wrong. There's 4 different turtles and there's 4 different suits. We're going to have a different suit for each turtle. This is going to be an epic deck. What? This is incredible. Okay. At least that's what I think what's going on. We might flip over halfway through, but so far we just have blue bandana. I don't know that Leo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. I just know that Raphael red, and he's my favorite turtle. So here, let me just stick the first 9 into these sleeves so we can see what they are. We got a foot soldier. We got, yeah, this has to be a different card for each turtle. They had a different suit for each turtle and a different pose with different characters coming in and out. Okay, so here's the first 9. Foot soldier. Leo, is Leo? I'm not going to be able to get Donatello purple, Leo blue, Raphael red, and whatever the other guy is. Maybe I have those mixed up, but there we go. Whatever the other guy. I'm a Masters of the Universe guy. So that is what the cover of it looks like. Super vintage, super cool. Let me put that in here. And then, yeah, my guess is that we're just going to get different poses of the turtles. Then we're going to take over 10 and Joker. Okay, the Jokers, Queen, and King, those are the ones that I think are going to look the same in this case. They're totally mixing this up. Yeah, this is what's happening, guys. Okay, well, my hypothesis is that the Joker and the Queen and the King are always going to look the same. They're always the special cards, so that's really funny. Well, I don't even know if that's true, but it is funny in this case if those are the ones that are going to be the most generic. But check this out. Oh, those are the best. I kind of want to put the aces all together because they're so cool, but they're going to pop. They're going to stand out when you're flipping through the pages, and you get to, they're like the header to what page represents who. This would be a good time to like turn these backwards and then start a new suit on each page, but we're not gonna do it that way. We're gonna save space. That's And that's really cool. So every card is a different pose of the turtle, and then it seems like they're mixing in the other characters. So look, we got Casey Jones there. Wait, Casey, is that his name? Casey Jones? My favorite Masters of the Universe turtle figure that they made. He translated really well to a Masters of the Universe character. So there we go. We have the first 5 going on there. And then we got a Shredder. It's funny that that's his first appearance. For 6. And 7. Bebop Rocksteady. Bebop or Rocksteady. We got another Foot Soldier. I'll show you again. We got Eating Pizza. And then this is where we confirm that these are the same. Oh no, they did really good here. Look at this. They're putting different scenes of all 4 turtles together. This is the ultimate collection. This is how you do a set of playing cards. It's even better than the Batman one because the pictures are larger. They're not zoomed in comic books. Every picture is special and different. Oh, this is a sad occurrence. I didn't realize that this happened. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Jack, 10, Jack, Queen, King, and then Ace. So Raphael doesn't get to be on the page. I don't know why I never noticed that happened before. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, it works out. I was going to say he doesn't get to be on the same page with all his others, but it's the backside, so he gets to blend in to the next. So let me show you these again. Raphael's my favorite, by the way. I haven't said. I think it's because I like the color red. And it's Christmas. He's the Christmas turtle. I like turtles. That looks like the same picture we got of April. No, it's a different picture of April. I'll show you that in a second. I don't know. Funny that they didn't make her the queen each time. That's what they seem to have done with all of the other female. Splinter. Is that our first Splinter? Yeah, these are... Oh, and that looks like the same picture too, but I guess it's a different pose. And then that one. And I'll show them to you again. Oh, the pizza slices. Wait, is that his weapons? I guess so, yeah. That's what they're showing. Oh, we got Krang. And if that's the right name, oh yeah, we're just using up all of everything. All right, here is the next 9 going on here. Push them down inside. They're looking so good. Every card different. I got the poses. Another new pose card. Another new pose card. And the face cards. The aces are my favorite. They're so cartoony. They're so cool. Another Casey Jones there. It would be so cool if there were so many characters that every card could be a different character. These 2, 3. Make sure I'm doing this right. So we're using up 6 sides. I'll be able to count how many pages we use when we do a full deck, which maybe I should just do full decks anyway instead of like organizing the way that I do. Why don't I just put in all the cards? It wouldn't be so hurtful to flip through everything. But I kind of like the way that I'm displaying them. Different rules for different assortments of cards. 7, 8. I'm not showing you these ones. Another Shredder. Another Bebop Rocksteady. I guess Rocksteady. Bebop, and then another group shot. You'll see them again. Jack, Queen, King, Joker, and then other Joker. Now I'm wondering if I should put the Jokers in the order that they do them in. And then I'm going to count the pages that we have before I show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to use 4 sheets to do a full set, uninterrupted, and then you get your backs and your fronts. So the first 2 pages aren't doubled up, and then the middle 2 pages are doubled up, but it gives a nice opening and closing to a collection. So 4 sheets per card collection. I probably, now that I've done this, now that I've done every deck, I probably should have just done the 4 sheets for every faction, but I do like the method to my madnesses here. You can see how good the full collection looks when you flip through it and you see all of the characters, and it's just fun to appreciate a faction and their characters and the art. And I mean, that's it. What a weird video. What a great stocking stuffer. What fun I have sorting things. I hope you enjoyed this video. I now have to move my serious grown-up cards to a separate binder, though, I think. So I thought these were so cool because they were dirty. And then I'll keep the toy ones in a separate place. Zombies, so cool. Paw Patrol. These are not available at the Dollar Tree. You can actually find lots of other more kiddier cards too there, but these vintage retro ones, they were so fun. I love my binder of joy-sparking pleasure. It's just so retro fun. I recommend collecting cards. You get a full collection of cards instantly. You've got the whole set. It's like it scratches that collecting itch because it's a built-in full collection. And hopefully the faction that you like the most will be as good as the Ninja Turtle one, where every single card is different. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Merry Christmas. Go buy people lots of toys.